The first ever F1 Academy race at Silverstone saw a clean front row start, but issues for other drivers at the back. Megan Bruce was battling for ninth, while wildcard fastest qualifier, Kayan Batty, moved on Larson. There were moments to watch, yet all 18 competitors did finish, and it was championship contender Emma Feldmeyer, backed by Audi, who did take the reverse grid win, and a fantastic performance for the Audi backing and for Emma Feldmeyer.
Well, it's main event weekend, and it's just about to get even better. F1 Academy here this weekend returns for their feature race. Round number 3 of the championship here, and what a weekend it has been, as you heard there. Emma Feldmeyer going back-to-back, finishing up in Canada in the feature race, and now going back-to-back here at Silverstone. We race this weekend around the iconic Silverstone circuit, 5.891 kilometres, 3.660 miles. 11.3 metres in elevation, and the race laps this weekend, 13 of them to get complete. Famous names, for example, the Hamilton Straight, Woodcote, Luffield, of course, Abbey Corner, and of course, you've got the Wellington Straight, and of course, Maggots and Beckett's, a very, very famous set of corners we race this weekend here for F1 Academy. Super Monday, and it continues right here. There, Chiara Batigue, qualifying on pole, proceeds to now be on pole. Can she convert this thing and go back to back? Alicia Palmowski starting in position 2, made her way through the grid, finished 4th last race. Looking to do the exact same thing right now for what will be a very, very interesting race. There's Lisa Billard on the grid in the Gatorade colours coming into this weekend, sitting in position 3. There, as we look at the back of the car. But this is going to be extremely important here, and it'll now start to get to the point of the weekend where tyres start to become a factor. Here, this is the starting grid, and it's Jade Jackett and Kaylee Countryman in 17th and 18th position. Flying further up the grid, it is Matilda Patz and Esme Kosterman, 16th through to 15th. And further back down the grid, it is Rafaela Ferreira and Alba Larson, 13th and 14th. Further back down the grid, it's Natalia Granada and Ella Stevens in the McLaren coloured livery. And it's Peyton Westcott and Megan Bruce, 9th and 10th. Peyton Westcott just hanging on to that top 10. Reverse top 8, Elma Feldmeyer and Nina Gaidman, 7th and 8th on the grids. Looking further back, it's Ella Lloyd and Rachel Robertson. Then, of course, further back, it looks to be Ava Dobson and Lisa Billard. Then, of course, the big surprise coming into the weekend, the wild card, Chiara Batigue and Alicia Palmowski, 1st and 2nd on the grid. We've got 1 minute until the formation lap gets underway for the F1 Academy race here this weekend. 13 laps to come. Hello. I can't even pronounce that name. Tristan. I'm gonna pronounce that, and I reckon I have pronounced that wrong. I reckon I have.
One-off chance to compete in F1 Academy during a season, and often we then see a wildcard entry coming the following year for a full season. You're allowed to do a maximum of 2 full seasons, and you can have had a wildcard the previous year, but obviously seeing somebody do so well to qualify as a wildcard entry. She does know Silverstone though, because she raced here just a few weeks ago in Division F4. So she does know the track very well. You're on the formation lap, running on board with Alicia Palmowski. And Alicia Palmowski, of course, is the championship leader. And Abby, thinking into this race, I mean, from her point of view, she knows that Chiara Battig is not a threat to her championship in any way, because she's only doing this one event. So it is going to be a little bit different. So we will look into that in a moment. But let's just hear from our top three drivers as they are preparing for the start. And starting in third place is the 16-year-old from France.
Ads. Far out. YouTube. Can't do that to me. Ads is wild. Oh, yeah.
I'm really happy because, it's the first time for me at Silverstone. It's a really nice track and I really enjoyed driving here. And yeah, I was struggling a bit with the balance of the car this morning. So I'm happy we improved a lot for qualifying and I was really confident in the car. So I was able to do what I want to do with the car. And yeah, I'm really happy to have a good position for tomorrow and Sunday.
To be starting on the front row is an incredible feeling. Shout out to Chiara as well for her first pole position. That's incredible. So yeah, there's great opportunity starting on the front row. Obviously, I'd love to take the win, but equally, I'm in the championship by 10. Chiara isn't, so I've got to bear that in mind when we're racing. So we'll see what we can do. Any opportunity we have, we'll definitely maximise it.
I'm happy. I'm really thankful to the team and Bella for giving me this opportunity and providing me a good car. I'm happy. I don't really have words right now, but I think it's important to stay focused, analyze the data, what I did wrong, and yeah, still be fast in the feature race.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how Chiara Battig gets on well here, starting from that pole position. But as we heard from Alicia Palmowski,
Probably don't have a favourite driver, but
just going to be there and just score points.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Alicia's got
I
a
don't really
right
have a
head on her
favourite driver.
shoulder. She knows that she's not really battling Chiara for the points, but in terms of pride and in terms of trying to win at a home circuit as a Brit, it means a lot. So I've no doubt Alicia's going to be trying to hot foot her off the start and get into the lead.
The high-tech team, this is an amazing opportunity for them because they've got all of their three cars on top 5 positions on the grid. And high-tech have not scored well until coming to Silverstone, yet they scored some points yesterday. They've got a real chance to maybe get some best results for this team. This team started last year, so they haven't been doing it for as long as many of the other teams involved in F1 Academy, but they've got a real opportunity here.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell high-tech have got all the cars dialed in really nicely. And actually, the engineer that Batigue's got on board is Zimbo, who used to actually engineer for Alice Power and Abby Colling when she was in the F1 Academy herself. So the pair obviously have a good match there at the front, and they've been able to extract that pace out of the car.
Yeah, no, that's great news. And we shall see how this goes into the race. We're watching on board Alicia Palmowski. Bit of time warming going on.
Yeah, so slightly cooler today in comparison to yesterday's race temperatures. So they'll be having to try and get a bit more temperature into those tyres. So make sure that they can
no, I
get that
didn't.
drive off the line, not so much wheel spin.
I was going
to make steps forward.
I was going to stream it, but I had this plus E4 plus F1, so not ideal. Yeah, Chiara Battig there on the front row of the grid. Second in line being Alicia Palmowski. They'll make their run up through towards turn number 1. There, the green flag at the back of the grids. Green flag will drop and the lights will come on. F1 Academy returns for the first time at Silverstone. It's lights out and away we go on a very good start from Chiara Battig. There in the background, Lisa Billard not getting off the line in yellow flag immediately, side by side. Chiara Battig backs out and Alicia Palmowski leads up through towards turn number 1. Then coming up through the loop and now up through towards the chicane there. Chiara Battig trying to cover there off Ella Lloyd is now side by side. Ava Dobson looking for a move. Can Ella Lloyd get the move done? No, she cannot. They're side by side still there. Peyton Westcott being squeezed up the curb a little bit as she kicks up a bit of grass and Very, very good start so far. As the car's now file out. Alicia Palmosky trying to break the toe. Ava Dobson to the inside of the road there on Lloyd. Is she able to be laid on the brakes enough to get the move done? No, she isn't. She's going to once more stay in position for the Emma Felbermeyer. They're just in the background in position 5. As she now makes her run through there. Nina Gateman in the background there. Ava Dobson making Bruce battling away with Peyton Westcott for 7th and 8th there in the background. But Alicia Palmosky, very nice start as she tries to break the toe as they make their run through Abbey Corner once more. Very nicely done. And turning through now, Rachel Robertson applying the pressure to the back as Rachel Robertson uses a bit of the curve on the outside of the road. There, Emma Feldmeyer being put under all sorts of pressure from Nina Gateman, along with Ava Dobson making Bruce, Natalia Grananda, and of course Ella Stevens. And Alba Larson, who's been a bit of a shock name lately, in position 11. Expecting her to battle for a championship, and maybe even Peyton Westcott here in her 2nd year in F1 Academy is there. Covering in the background is Matilda Patz. Now to the outside there. Look, that is Ella Stevens. Can she get the move done? No, she cannot, as we cut back to this battle here with Rachel Robertson and Emma Feldmeyer. Side-by-side contacts there with the American Express car of being Ava Dobson and Nina Gateman. That gave Emma Feldmeyer a bit of a chance to pull away a little bit. 4th as we look now, Emma Feldmeyer. And see the bits of dirt contact! And Ella Stevens, big contact in the background. Big contact in the background, and that is Rafaela Ferreira and Ella Stevens making contact in a straight line. That is not going to be a good look in terms of the stewards. And they'll be definitely taking a look at that. And this will be a safety car for the first time this weekend for F1 Academy. And the first time we will see the safety car. Big contact in the background. On the front straight. And the safety car has been deployed immediately. Big contact.
So they will have to all slow down and pick up the places once again. Just stay where they are, and then we will get back into racing. But clearly there is some sorting to do. And there is Ella Stevens out of her car. The damage to the front, she just can't take it any further. That's going to have to be picked up and moved. But they will be able to do that pretty efficiently there.
I don't care about DeLonghi. I really don't. Go, Ray.
And that is a great shame because Ella Stevens, British racer, she started down in 11th place and was really hoping to get some more points. She's best result this year has been 8th place. Let's have a look at the start of the race first of all, though, and just pick up who gained and who lost, because Alicia Palmosky, as we saw, did a good job. Rafaela Ferreira is still out there. Okay.
Rear damage on that. She'll have to box. Yeah, what a shame.
Oh, right rear. Yeah, you're absolutely
Puncture.
right. Well, that's a shame for Ferreira. Let's have a look at the start then. I mean, just see how this all went. Yeah, with the most second row cars looking at that. That was awful for Lisa Villard, wasn't it?
Yeah, and actually the front two got off pretty well, and it was just the extra. I think actually into 2nd gear where Alicia got the overspeed there, and yeah, it was right on board with Robertson. Fantastic start there. Really quick reactions to make sure she didn't plaster into the back of Villard, and front row view of the two battling in front of her, and yeah, really excellent start. So Alicia did just get slightly off the line quicker than Fatigue, to be expected. Obviously, she's more bedded into these cars in comparison to our wildcard driver.
Yeah, that was very efficient. And to be fair, well played by Kiara Fatigue by not challenging too much, because when you've got to move somebody like that. Let's see what happened in this incident. Ferreira on the outside here, Ella Stevens on the inside. They crash on the exit. Oh, that's a slightly odd one, because Ferreira was coming in.
Very strange. I think that's a mistake on Ferreira's part there. Stevens were giving really good room there. I think maybe just trying to psych her out somewhat, but it's cost him badly. And, yeah, shame for Stevens there. She was completely innocent in that.
I'd say the others did a good job of avoiding it, because it would have been terribly easy to crash into the head of them, but they managed to avoid it. So well done to them. You can see Esme Costa in particular there, who managed to avoid it. Here's another view of it.
Yeah, so they both got through the corner fine, and actually it's way down the straight. You can just see Ferreira move across the middle of the circuit where Stevens was. So, yeah, bit of a shame.
Because Stevens actually moved in, didn't she? She moved to the right,
Yeah.
and then she came after again. That was a mistake. I have to say, I feel that was a mistake by Rafaela Ferreira. I'm a little surprised because she's in her second full year of F1 Academy. She was leading in Canada earlier this year, but she got a different penalty there, and so she didn't end up winning the race. That looked like a real rookie mistake.
Yeah, she's actually the only driver we've had that's led from lights to flag, and then obviously with the penalty didn't get any points for it. So, yeah, bit of a strange one there. Potentially a bit of frustration in the car. But as you notice, Ella Stevens did try and actually move to the inside to get out of the way of the ever squeezing Ferreira. But yeah, real shame for Stevens at her home track. She had good pace on the previous couple of sessions as well. Didn't quite get it together for qualifying, but yeah, a real shame for the Brit.
So a bit of work going on the car to see whether they can get her back out once again. It's obviously a bit of a tough one. It is the Campos team that run Rafaela Ferreira, the same team that run Alicia Tarmovsky, that is currently leading this race under safety car at this stage. The Campos team leading in the team's series at the moment by quite a reasonable margin from Rodin in second place. The Trevor team, which has won the teams championships every year so far in F1 Academy, they're down in third place. Then you've got MT Motorsport in fourth, ART GT in fifth place, and then High Tech down at the base. And interestingly, they are being brought through the pits because they want some nice clear space to get rid of Ella Stevens' car in a safe way.
Yeah, exactly. You saw there was quite a lot of debris being blown onto the circuit, so the marshals will be working hard to clear the track from the debris and make sure that none of the other drivers get any punctures in their tyres, and we can have some good racing to finish it out.
It's interesting that they are actually studying into the incident between Ferreira and Ella Stevens. It's under investigation, so that I do think that there may well be a penalty for Ferreira at the next event that we go to. And there are 3 more events in F1 Academy through the rest of this season. The next event will be latter part of August at Zandvoort, and it may well be that she'll actually get a penalty for the grid, perhaps, at the.
Very, very different to the fast-flowing, fairly flat circuit that is still relations on the circuit. So I know that it's a firm favourite of some of the drivers on the track as well. And interestingly enough, obviously the safety car potentially may come in on the next lap, but Alicia did pull a 1.3 second lead over Fatigue, and she's going to have to wear her cards right to try and time this restart really well to try and again gain that space back on our wildcard entry.
But she has got the experience. She's in her second year, and as you say, the restart after safety car, where you're in front, you control when you go for it. I think she'll be pretty smart on that. Rafaela Ferreira, yes, she's out of the car now, so she isn't coming back down. Although the team were trying to fix the car and maybe send her back out, but no, she's going to be watching the rest of the race, and that was a bit of a disappointment for her. But as I say, there are still 3 more events to look forward to in F1 Academy in 2026, in August, and in Boston in the United States towards the end of October, and there'll be a triple race there, as we've had at Montreal already this year, and then the final 2 races will take place at Las Vegas in November. That's when it'll all be finally sorted out. Although I say that, Alicia Tarmovsky is doing such a good job at the moment. If she carries on like this, she may wrap up the championship before we get to the very last one.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a carbon copy of previous years if that happens, but I've no doubt that Emma Felbermeyer is going to be trying all she can to close the gap up to her, as we see the safety car will be coming in on this lap. So safety car lights are out. Alicia starting to back off and back the drivers up to pick which corner she wants to set off in. You can see her just having a glance in her mirrors, seeing what the other cars behind her are up to.
Yeah, so yeah, watch to see. She's just taking it steady at the moment. It's now up to her as to when to floor the throttle and go for it. Well, she's going to take it nice and easy out of Stowe corner. Hurry to get help.
Oh, stupid ads. Can't get rid of them. Well, you can, but you have to buy premium.
And
I'm not
as they
rich.
come down to the final little section here, as they come through the rail and into the club, and the double right-hander, this is probably where she's going to go for it on exit here. Yeah, there you go. You can see her flooring it as she comes through the double right-hander to start another lap. And actually, to be fair, Batic's done a good job there and managed to just pick up exactly what she was going to do. But Alicia Pavlovska's got the advantage, and they both pulled away a bit from Illinois.
Yeah, so Alicia left it fairly late there. There was probably only going to be one time that she was going to go leaving it that late, and Fatigue was wise to it. Having said that, as you say, they have got the jump on Ella Lloyd there, who's getting some increasing pressure from Emma Felbermeyer to challenge for third place.
I'm impressed that Emma Feldmeyer's already up into fourth place from eighth place on the grid. She took the win yesterday with no real pressure. She was able to open up the gap early on. And now she is definitely putting Illinois under some serious pressure now as we come down towards Brooklyn. She's going to the inside move. And is she going to make it?
I think she might. Side by side there. That's Feldmeyer and Emma Lloyd. Feldmeyer will stick it around the outside. Can she keep it there? She'll apply the power, but a big slide on exit as she tries to keep the power applied. She cannot, and Ella Lloyd will keep the position. Kiara Batig there with the fastest lap of the races here. Look, this is Emma Feldmeyer putting all the pressure onto the back of Ella Lloyd. Ella Lloyd squeezing to the inside of the race. They make the run through now. Uppy corner out the other side, way up the curb, and Ella Lloyd off the road and onto the paint on the exit. 3 wide now. Is they going to hit Maggots and Beckett? No, Ella Lloyd backs out side by side. Nina Gaidman, Ella Lloyd has to back out and give the position to Nina Gaidman. Very good battling between these three. And there in the background, Rachel Robertson has joined in on this. 8 to go left in F1 Academy. Very, very good battling between these two. Between these three, and it's now actually bunched the whole field up, this battling. And there, Palmosky and Batig has gotten away. 2 seconds the margin. 2.5 to the lead from Emma Felbermeyer as she tries to hold on to this podium position. Is she going to be late enough on the brakes there in the background? Look, that's Ava Dobson on the inside there. That's given Alba Larson the chance around the outside as they make the run through the chicane. Wow, the curb, but kicking up dust in the process. Good battling between these guys. Very, very nice battling this is. Felbermeyer, Nina Gaidman, fist the battle. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. This is under brakes now. Emma Felbermeyer continues to, well, lead this train of cars. And must I say, speaking of train of cars, this battle goes all the way back down to Kaylee Countryman, who sits in position 16. It's a 13-way battle pack. This is for 3rd position. This is wild with 7 to go. 2:02.9, the fastest lap of the race as they're covering to the inside of the road with Alba Larson. Rachel Robertson having to cover. Is she going to be able to do enough? That's Natalia Grananda. Side by side. Alba Larson back up the inside. I think she's going to get the move done. She's a bit up the curb as she tries to look for the move. Not going to happen on the exit, and she's able to keep that position where she is. But watch out, because she's got, look at the rubber on the outside of the circuit there from the F3 race that has just finished. Look at the rubber. You can just see they're unable to clean it with the short time frames. With just 15 minutes to clear the F3 cars and to get F1 Academy out there. So Rachel Robertson incident moving before the signal. So under investigation there. Side by side, this Emma Felbermeyer and Ella Lloyd on the exit of Abbey Corner. Side by side, look at the bottoming out. Ella Lloyd probably, I don't reckon, will be happy with that. Just getting slightly squeezed off the road. As this is this is Peyton Westcott up the inside of Kosterman. I think Kosterman's trying to apply the pressure. Can she do so? As now she's out to the outside of the road. She will be laid under brakes, and so will Peyton Westcott. I think Peyton Westcott was just able to get late enough under brakes to keep that position. 6 to go in F1 Academy. This is going to be good. Palmosky, Batig, 1 and 2. Then it's 3.2 seconds back to Emma Felbermeyer, who's now starting to pull away. 7/10 back to Nina Gaidman. 1 second back to Ella Lloyd. 4/10 back to Ava Dobson. As we take a look here, Peyton Westcott trying to make her way through the grid from position 14. She's up 3 spots so far. But is she able to keep this run of form going? Palmosky trying to break the toe. As now they make the run through towards the back straight. Alba Larson's dropped all the way back down the grids. Has she? No, it was timing error as Peyton Westcott's covering to the outside of the road. This is Mercedes versus Ferrari, side by side. And a bit on the grass there goes Alba Larson. There's now Esme Kosterman. Can she get the move done? No, she cannot. She covers. There's Esme Kosterman, keeps it there. Nah, she doesn't. She backs out, and now she's going to have the inside run for the back straight on this circuit. Bit up the curb, Esme Kosterman. Can she get the move done? No, she keeps him behind. Matilda Pat's there as well, trying to take advantage of this battling that is currently going on right now. This battle, 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. As this is Megan Bruce now, making her run up through towards the hill. And out the other side. Is this going to be a spin? No, it's off the road. And that is Alba Larson. So that would explain why she dropped further back down the grids. So she was deep on the exit of the chicane. And that is just sort of what sent her off the road slightly. So that's unfortunate there. But good stuff from our top two here. Pamoski continues to lead from Chiara Batigue. And of course, Feldmeyer. Ella Lloyd there in position 5. We take a look at this battle. Ella Lloyd and Ava Dobson, 5th and 6th for the moment. Unfortunately, the two DNFs that we have in this race, Rafaela Ferreira and Ella Stevens, 17th and 18th at the moment. So we will see what happens there with that battle. Ella Lloyd, Ava Dobson. Now laid under brakes goes Ella Lloyd. And she tries to cover off Ava Dobson for the moment. But so far, so good. Alicia Pamoski moving to the left-hand side of the circuit. She tries to break the toe that Chiara Batigue will be getting. Of course, Alicia Pamoski's this is in her second year in this category. So, of course, this is her final year. She's got already a year experience inside this F1 Academy car, inside these Tortoise F4 chassis. Of course, the F1 Academy car is not running the new chassis for 2026. They're running the old Tortoise F326 chassis. So, unknown to the power of which these F4 cars can have. Rachel Robertson and Natalia Grananda, 7th and 8th at the moment we look at this battle. As we look, the drivers turn through once more. 5 to go. As we count down to our main events of the day, the F1 British Grand Prix. Can Kimi Antonelli go back to back? He's not had very good luck, must I admit. Making Bruce and Peyton Westcott. We look at this battle at the moment. Feldmeyer trying to break the toe that Nina Gaiman would be getting from the back of that Audi coloured car. 5 to go. Of course, scheduled for 13 laps. Of course, it would be a 30-minute race. At the moment, we have ticked by 16 minutes of this race, so we will get the full 13 laps. Now they turn through. Megan Bruce, this is Peyton Westcott. We look here, this is 9th and 10th, this battle. 4 laps to go. In this one, can Peyton Westcott do any sort of move? No, she cannot. She cannot make a move this time around. But of course, she will be looking and trying to take advantage of any move she can possibly find. This battle, 9th, 10th at the moment. So we're just under, of course, 40 minutes away from the start of the Formula 1 British Grand Prix. Esme Kosterman, Peyton Westcott, incident under investigation. Safety car infringement, and that's Peyton Westcott right around the outsides in towards left field, but she's going to be deepened up the curb a little bit. She's going to now file back into position 10, but Alba Larson as well, continuing to apply the pressure on the back of Peyton Westcott as well. There's Susie Wolf, the managing director of F1 Academy, having a chat to what I would think the Audi manager, actually. I think there's Susie Wolf having a chat. 4 to go. Megan Bruce, Peyton Westcott, 9th, 10th, this battle. We look at the moment Peyton Westcott, that challenge that she put on was just not enough to get the move done. But I think now she'll be looking for a move here as they turn through Beckett's. And on the exit of Beckett's now, trying to break the toe. Yeah, I think most cars here will be looking to break the toe as much as possible here as Megan Bruce continues to hold on to this position. Peyton Westcott at the moment only holding 1 championship point to her name. I'm not saying that in the overall championship, but I am saying that she's only going to score 1 additional point in this race. Alicia Palmowski will score an additional 2 points for the fastest lap of the race. Megan Bruce, this is the safety car infringement, contact with Alba Larson. And that would be the reason why she's under investigation. And that would also explain why she's got a bit of front wing damage on the front of that car. And I think that front wing is actually holding on by the skim of her teeth there. I didn't actually notice that here. So Megan Bruce does have a bit of front wing damage, but it's nothing that I don't think she can't control. Peyton Westcott at the moment is under investigation as well for possibly a false start. So is Esme Costerman. So Peyton Westcott at the moment trying to build a bit of a gap to the cars behind us. Now Peyton Westcott will go for another challenge in towards Luffield. This is very, very brave. Very brave racing from Peyton Westcott. She's held it around the outside a few corners now. Of course, Peyton Westcott, probably the most inexperienced driver. Yes, of course, in her first year. Alba Larson in her second year. More experience as well, Megan Bruce. So, sort of in the middle of an experienced train is Peyton Westcott. This is her first year. She did show in a couple of wild card entries. Of course, think back to Zandvoort last year. She did feature in a couple of those. Of course, the next round is Zandvoort for the F1 Academy Cruise. As Alba Larson turns through Beckett's once more. Bruce Larson incident noted, turn 14 collision there. So, once more, another incident noted. 3 to go left in F1 Academy. Yeah, this is going to be a good final couple of laps in this race. If of course Peyton Westcott can stay on the back of Megan Bruce, we could see this battle for 9th continue to erupt. 3 seconds back to Natalia Grananda at the moment. And you can see, as we speak, the top 2 pulling away 6.1 seconds. Jesus. Pace galore showing from Palmowski and Batig. And Batig at this point, if she wins this race, you can only imagine that she could possibly go on to be permanent in F1 Academy after this performance. Her 1 wildcard debut gets pole. Long time no see. Welcome in, Elizabeth. Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Long time no see. Good to see I have moderators in my streams. Very, very good to see I have some sort of moderation team in my streams. Very good. Welcome in, my friend. Very good. Long time no see. I'm going good. I'm still going. And out of all this, whilst you've been gone, I've been banned 2 times. I've been banned 2 times whilst you've been gone, my friend. Hello, welcome in. But yeah, enjoying what has been a very... Am I supposed to be some timeout? Yeah, that is a record. That is definitely a record. 5-second time penalty for Esme Costerman for causing a collision there. So 5-second time penalty added, and that will drop Esme Costerman in the Lego coloured car right to the back of the grid. Yeah, a couple of super weekends we've had here on Travis Motorsports. Here on a Super Monday as well. Up next, of course, the main event being the Formula 1 Grand Prix, British Grand Prix, coming up in just over 40 minutes' time. So stick around for that. And of course, we do have my very own league kicking off as well. My very own racing league will be kicking off from 12:30, testing for 1 hour. That, of course, will be kicking off from 12:30 local time here in Australia I'm on school holidays now, so I'm sort of loving life, Elizabeth. I'm very much loving life. I'm very much loving life. And it's good to say I actually have some sort of moderation team as well. That's the England rugby player of Ellie Killydoon MBE. I think you've missed the fact that I keep butchering names. And it's not the first time I've butchered a name. Either. Not at all. Yeah. Also, confirmation, there will be a cable whip challenge happening next Monday. Yep, that's my favourite part of the streams. Gotta love it. Gotta freaking love it. But there will be a cable whip challenge happening next Monday. What time? About this time. It will be happening around this time. So, about 9:15 local time. So, so quarter past this hour. So 9:15, convert that to your time. Didn't get enough bands. So true. So freaking true. I didn't get banned enough. I need to get banned more, apparently. Nina Gaidman, here we look. As this race very much has calmed down throughout the last 6 laps or so. But yeah, a super Monday this has been. Finished the E4 Championship a few moments ago. And then, of course, now we move on to F1 Academy. Then it's the main event of the day. The Formula 1 British Grand Prix. And, of course, next weekend. And the weekend. Yeah, next weekend I get a weekend off. I say that. There's Porsche Michelin Sprint Challenge to stream. So, practically a weekend off. With 2 streams a day. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then, of course, Monday. Cable Whip Challenge. That might actually main event, must I admit. So the Cable Whip Challenge, the main event on Monday, and the main event of the weekend, actually. So that should be fun, and a good little return for everyone, for each and every one of my mods. Black and white flag for Alba Larson failing to follow race director's instructions, weaving under the safety car. Actually weaving in a straight line. So that will be a bit of a problem for her. Saying like you missed it. Well, I must admit, I've missed you. I've missed having you, Thomas, all that sort of stuff in my stream. So I thought I'd make a bit of a comeback. Yeah, and yes, I sort of have missed the whole Cable Whip Challenge thing. I sort of have. Must admit. Yeah, I have. I've sort of missed it, you know. I've had no one else joined. Throughout whilst you've been gone, I reckon there's been about 20 new people I've seen in these streams. 20 new people, I reckon, I've seen. So yeah, it's been good. You can see the graining from these tyres as they start to wear out quite a bit. And these tyres, you only get 3 sets of Pirelli rubber. Oh, it sounds perfect then. It certainly does. You only get 3 sets of tyres throughout practice qualifying in both races. So these tyres would now start to be coming to the end. These tyres would have been used in practice, I reckon. These would have been a practice set of tyres, and now they're being used in race number 2. Palmowski having to cover. He would have used 1 set in practice. He would have put about 4 laps on those, 5, 6 laps on those tyres. And now you're using them again for 13 laps here in the feature race. But Alicia Palmowski continues her reign in F1 Academy. And to win her 2nd race. Back-to-back feature races. This lady cannot be stopped. The Brit, Alicia Palmowski, comes around the final corner, goes back-to-back feature race wins. Alicia Palmowski wins race 2 of the weekend for F1 Academy. Boy, oh boy, how that was fun. Race 2 goes the way of Alicia Palmowski. She won in Canada, and she now goes back-to-back here. Feature race wins. Speaking of that, Canada. When was Canada? When did I stream Canada? The Formula 1 Canadian Grand Prix. When did I stream that? Because that would tell me when I last streamed. When did I last see you? When did I last see you? Frick. Wow. Wow. It's been a long time. 1 month it's been. 1 month. That's wild. It's been 1 month. It felt like it was yesterday we saw each other. Well, I say that, wasn't really saw each other. Talked to each other. But yeah, Alicia Palmowski will be celebrating after that. Very nice.
So, race will give you win, and you had a smooth flight to get your home race win. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Oh my god. Kiara's a great little driver. She gave me some hell there. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. So grateful. This one's super special. So thank you.
Congratulations. You deserve this one.
Indeed, Alicia Palmowski. She's been waiting, and she talked in the press conference before the weekend. She said, all I want to do this weekend is win my home race. Guess what? The Brit has done it. And surely, as we head into the main event of the weekend, Formula One, British Grand Prix, can Lando Norris go on and win? That has to be some sort of good luck. Surely we might even see Lewis Hamilton win back-to-back. Chiara Battig.
Mega weekend. Well done. Excellent job.
Chiara Battig. The wild card entry, by the way. This is her only race, Elizabeth. By the way, this girl, this lady, 19 years of age, first race, the only race she will do this season. She got pole position in qualifying, and she came second in the feature race. That has to be an absolute win for her.
These fans are incredible. They were lined up already at 7 a.m. this morning, so a big thank you to the crowd as well.
Yeah, this is the best Grand Prix, so yeah, it's nice also to win here.
Indeed it is. Alicia Palmowski, she deserves this. And you heard there, the crowds have been building since 7 a.m. this morning. As we get ready for the British Grand Prix, the Formula One Grand Prix. They've been building since 7 o'clock this morning, and I think they're just going to continue to build. Chiara Battig, indeed, good for her. Amazing job. Her one and only entry into the weekend, Chiara Battig, the Brit driver. Look at those tyres, though. They are looking very strewn. You can see the marks on them. Making a statement, indeed. She is making a statement, and I don't even think... Like, I would love to see Chiara Battig get a full-time drive after this weekend. Next year, hopefully, she gets a contract in F1 Academy to be able to drive. Because after this performance, getting pole position in qualifying, making 4 spots up in this reverse grid race, finishing 6th, then coming home and finishing 2nd. Yes, she didn't get the best start. Again, Alicia Palmowski, she's been doing this for a year already. She knows these cars. She knows what she's doing when it comes to the starts. Yes, she didn't get the best start, but she was just able to keep position. She was able to hold position. She was able to use the slipstream from Alicia Palmowski. Just keep her in that battle and finish 2nd in the end. What a race from Chiara Battig. Unfortunately, didn't get the fastest lap points. Went the way of Alicia Palmowski. She gets 2 extra points in her championship run. But Chiara Battig, best wild card we've seen all week. Very nicely done. The Pirelli crew, well, taking a look at those very strewn Pirelli tyres, as you see the pickup on the outside of the tyres as well. And I think most of that pickup on those tyres, the bits of rubber that are strewn from the tyres, would have been from the F3 race. So it wouldn't have been from F1 Academy, it would have been from F3. So we thank F3 for being able to pick up all that rubber. And definitely will be overweight, I reckon. Or just on weight, more or less. Very nicely done. The Campos team celebrating with Alicia Palmowski. We'll do our coverage for F1 Academy this weekend. Very, very nicely done from Alicia Palmowski. She's gone back-to-back in 2 weekends. She won the feature race at Canada just over a month ago. And now she goes back-to-back here this weekend. Very nicely done. Her mum as well, celebrating with her. Of course, Alicia Palmowski, only 21 years of age, still lives with her mum, and coming all the way over here to win her home race. She is very much in tears after that one. Very nicely done. Tears of happiness after winning her home race. Very, very, very nice. So Alicia Pawlowski is the, I would say, main man, but main woman this weekend. She's been all over the competitors, and she continues to do so. Kempos team celebrate in fine style. We've just got 25 minutes until the main events this weekend. The Formula 1 British Grand Prix. Guess what? It's next. Formula 1 British Grand Prix. Stay with us. It's next.